When we're setting up for the hip thrust, we want to make sure that the bar pad that we're using, the opening is facing up. Otherwise, mid-set, that bar is probably going to fall into your hip crease, which can create a lot of discomfort. So, making sure that bar pad is up, we want to wedge ourselves onto a box or bench behind us. So this can take a little bit of practice, so make sure that you start with a lighter load before you start to get heavy with these hip thrusts. You shouldn't feel like that you're pushing your weight backwards into the box or bench as you do this. You should be straight down and finding a nice balance between your shoulders and your feet and just being able to use your hips to drive the weight up and down. So the setup does take a little bit of practice. So shoulders on, you can either go hands on and wedge yourself up onto the platform so that you can hit these reps. I like to keep my eyes forward, looking forward while I do these reps. And the feet, if you get too close or too far away, you might engage the wrong muscles. We're really focusing on getting a nice squeeze at the top of the glutes before we start this movement. And then we're loading the glutes as we go down and then driving back up. Make sure that you stick to your tempo. There might be a pause at the bottom, but it's always a controlled eccentric and a strong squeeze at the top. Now, if our quads or our hamstrings are taking over too much and you're not feeling those glutes, I encourage you to play with your foot position, maybe wider, closer, further away, or to go lighter until you can feel those glutes. As if you haven't really felt them before, they can take a while before they feel like they're the main drivers of the movement. But I encourage you to go for that before you start adding serious load.